Hello, welcome back. Today I'd like to do a video on some of the things I keep at home to help keep boredom at bay if for any reason there's a major power outage, or maybe you just want to save a few pennies on your electricity bill by not running your streaming services and modern appliances. Now, obviously this is not a complete list, however, hopefully it'll give you some ideas. First thing I would suggest is going back to paper, pen and pencils, and also if you have an artistic bent, maybe some paint and paintbrushes, other arts and crafts ideas are available. Try and work out what would interest you and keep a few items in your home that would cover that. Now, part of the reason why I want to cover this is because of mental health. When you're in a prolonged power outage situation, it can become quite frustrating. It can become quite a bit of drudgery, and therefore trying to set aside a certain amount of time every day, whether it be for children, yourself, or both at the same time, will help your mental health. You might think to yourself, oh gosh, I don't have time to do this, because everything tends to take longer when you don't have power. But actually try and work it into your routine as part of your everyday life. And believe me, it does actually help. On the theme of paper and pens and whatnot, another thing you could consider buying and putting aside are crossword books, puzzle books, again, either for children or for adults or both. If you've got children that enjoy doing puzzles, or if you enjoy doing puzzles yourself, that could be a relatively inexpensive item to put aside in case of power outages. Like I say, a lot of people these days tend to stream a lot of their entertainment, either as podcasts, TV, music, books, whatever. That's the way we tend to get the majority of our entertainment these days. And obviously with a power outage, the internet's probably not going to be available. So these are the few of the things that I keep at home in order to cover that eventuality. First thing I would suggest is games. I live on my own, so a pack of cards would do me. I could play a game of solitaire just to reset my mind and carry on with my day. But obviously if you have children, you might want to consider buying games that are suitable to play as a family, or for children to play themselves, or even something like jigsaws as an adult. Again, a lot of these things can be purchased new, or they can be purchased second-hand, either through charity shops or second-hand services, especially online. Now, personally, I'm a book fiend. I love books. I will pick up a book over everything else. Now, unfortunately, with arthritis in my hands, physical books are painful for me to hold. However, I do keep a physical book of all my favourite books. I've got far too many to show you, but needless to say, my bookshelves are chock-a-block. And so I have plenty of different books that I could pick out and read if I needed to, because whilst I do have another option for books in my supplies, this, if for any reason that failed me, a good physical book should never fail you, as long as you look after it. Now, the other option I have is actually this. It's a portable CD player. It runs off batteries. as well as a USB lead, power lead, that I could plug into power banks. And because I do have a small solar setup, I could either recharge the batteries that I would use in that, or charge a power bank that I could use. If I'm using batteries, that gives me the option to wander around the house and do other things while still listening to an audiobook. There are two ways you could get audiobooks to listen to on that. One is through online ability to put it onto a blank CD, or you can buy them already made for listening. If you do transfer them to CD, you're generally allowed to, so long as you're just using it for your own home and not for public use. Same goes for music, and I also have a lot of music CDs, so if I wanted to have a change of pace, I could listen to music instead of books. But like I said, if for any reason I couldn't power my CD player or it went wrong on me, I do have the option of having a physical book to cover my needs. Now, I don't tend to watch films or TV much, but I know that that's not the case for a lot of people. So you might want to consider buying some DVDs and a portable DVD player. Again, they're not that expensive if you can find them secondhand, and they would provide a little bit of additional entertainment. On that line, I do have one, but it's packed away at the moment in a bag, and I didn't feel like breveting around to get it. Breveting is a local word, by the way, for from where I live to having a rummage round to get it out. I will be showing it at a later date. But a little radio can go a long way in keeping you in touch with the outside world. It will give you news, it will give you weather, it will give you entertainment. Yes, a little radio tends to be quite tinny to listen to, but if for any reason you do need to keep up on the news of what's happening, there's it's the best option. I have one that you can wind up or run off the solar panel, and it will also you can also use the wind up set part to charge your phone or whatever. Now it takes forever to do your winding your phone up, charging your phone up by winding up a handle. However, it is an option, so you might want to consider getting something like that. They're not too expensive to buy generally, and again, you might find something like that in a charity shop or secondhand online. So you could consider going down that route. I think that's pretty much everything covered. Like I said, this is what I keep at home if I want to keep myself entertained in the event of a power outage. This is not the be-all and end-all. You might find there are things that I haven't thought of that are suitable for your situation. Like I say, especially if you have children. But hopefully this will give you a starting point and you can consider where you want to go from here. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please consider giving it a like with the thumbs up button, or subscribing, or giving it a share. And until next time, thanks very much, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.